Kaffee. Danke.
Ich liebe Kaffee, ich brauche Kaffee. Alright, what's up everybody? We are Diana and Phil. Diana here is from the United States and I, Phil, am from Germany. And as you might know, we are in Germany right now, and this video is gonna be an update about the current situation during the pandemic, and we want to show how it is where we're living at the moment. It's also gonna be a little bit of a day in the life of Diana and Phil and what we're doing during this time.
At the moment.
And of course, we started off with some coffee and we're gonna go from here. So we're basically in the center of Germany in a small town in the Göttingen area, and here we didn't really have a full lockdown, so we were still allowed to leave the houses at all times.
So for the past 2 months we've been social distancing. People are still allowed to go outside on walks and stuff, and all non-essential shops have closed. However, the shops that have remained open are like supermarkets, pharmacies, some takeout restaurants, and of course the German bakeries.
Why do I have so many pickles? I thought I was done with that in my teens. But I'm in my 20s and I still have pickles, and I'm hoping when I'm in my 30s they're gone, but it's not looking promising.
I like pickles.
So first thing in the morning we change from our sleepy sweats to our working sweats. We usually have our black coffee. We don't really eat breakfast. In the mornings we kind of just either work or edit videos, or right now I'm setting up or getting this video ready to release and editing this thumbnail. Why on earth do people like this mouth open shot? We've done testings and analytics and people like that mouth open view. Let us know in the comments why.
It just works better if on a thumbnail you have a stupid expression.
Yes, it totally does. It's so weird. Also, when we are not editing, we are usually filming, and this is our kind of filming set here. We have these awesome sound barriers. I mean, it's like not the most ideal setup, but it works, so use what you got. We have a coat rack holding up that one. And Phil, let's see your sleepy sweats.
My sleepy sweats.
Dang, that's nice.
Adidas.
Adidas.
Outlet.
Wow, you're so German.
The one good pair I have. It's my best pants. Basically my suit.
Who is that? His boyfriend's the side of him.
Oh. Neo.
Oh, Neo.
Trinity. They're always with me. But yeah, it's a little bit of a makeshift setup here. It's a little wretched. I don't like how cluttered this room is.
Yes, and I think the most important thing in this entire room
is you.
Is that. That is Phil! It's the best. Do you see the resemblance?
I took that in high school. Check the shirt, the tiger shirt.
You're so sexy.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a grocery run to a supermarket here to get some ingredients for the cooking we're gonna do. We're cooking a lot lately since we're inside a lot, and you basically cannot get a lot of takeout food, so we're cooking and I'm gonna get the groceries. The interesting thing will be to see how the supermarkets have changed. I did a little video on my channel showing the status like a couple of weeks ago. I'm just gonna be curious how busy the supermarket is, if they're still as strict on all the hygiene stuff, taking carts and all that good stuff, but we're gonna film that and see it in a second. Looking at the parking lot alone, I can already tell it's so much busier than it was a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna put a little clip on here when I was here 3 or 4 weeks ago and was dead empty, and it's so surprising how busy it is. All these shops on the right were closed before, and funny thing, with all these markings on the floor, there was a disinfectant station here. What the hell is that? $8.49. That's the most expensive toilet paper in all of Germany. Also this brand, the Rosa brand, that's new here. Normally they have different normal brands. I've never seen this. So they must have a new supplier or something. Very interesting, but definitely stocked up. All right, just having a look around here, it's absolutely ridiculous and so bizarre how people behave right now. It seems to be everything back to normal, and this is the first week they implemented the first steps. In 10 or half of the states in Germany, it is mandatory to wear the mask. However, not in Lower Saxony, where I am. Definitely less than 10% of the people were wearing masks. At the first supermarket, Aldi, you saw they at least had these plastic gloves you can get and you go in, but there was no disinfectant or whatever. Then the second supermarket, I went to the Edeka, and it immediately felt weird not to wear the plastic gloves. However, inside they still have disinfectant, which you can use. But before, like just a week ago, they had people controlling. Nobody's controlling that, and there were a good amount of people who just did not take a card and just went in walking around. Also, the cards inside of the shop are disinfected, and the ones on the outside are not. And I saw a couple of people grabbing those as well. It just in general seems nobody gives a crap. No, they think, oh, the guy just fell on the bike there. Hope he's all right. I think it's just funny that people seem to be back to normal just like that. I think people are just silly. I wore my mask in there. And as we know, the masks are not to protect you, but it's protecting the others. I got all the food and I'm starting to get hungry. It's already noon, so heading back and then we're gonna cook. All right, so back from the grocery store, everything's in the kitchen and...
Including Deanna.
What are we making?
We're gonna make a green Thai curry. Anyone who watches our Instagram stories know that we've been making curry for like the past 5 months now, it feels like.
It's the Cock brand.
It's a cock.
Right there.
It's a nice cocky brand.
At the supermarket, those got so expensive. There must be something with the supply.
How much are they now?
They're like $3.50 for the cheap triple pack, and they're usually $1.49.
They're usually, yeah, $1.50.
So more than double the price.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we did a quick rinse on all of these veggies. We're gonna peel them, chop them up nicely, and then put them in there, and I'll show you how to make our curry.
It's freaking awesome.
Freaking awesome. So I'm cutting bigger chunks of veggies now, because with the curry you kind of get a spoonful of veggies in each thing, so it's not like we're making them very small, but enough so it can fit in each spoonful.
I'm also defrosting some kuchen for later with some Deanna hair right here.
Really? I'm a little embarrassed to show this. I've never used bag rice until I met Phil. I used to use a rice cooker or just make it on a pot. And this is how you do it, I guess.
Beautiful. I don't know if it's German per se, but definitely a lot of Germans do that. Maybe other European countries too. Definitely easier to cook if you cook it in a pot.
Meh. Debatable. Yeah, I guess it's easier.
It's easier to cook because it's always burning, it's sticking on there
like
if you do the loose rice.
No, it's not. If you have it at the right temperature.
Yeah, that's always the if, but it's never.
You gotta do it right.
Alright, I'm gonna make Phil cut the onions because I cry. Ready?
She cries every time, so I have to cut the onions. I'm gonna cry. Alright, so with the onions we do the same thing. I used to cut them super small, but it's basically enough if we just cut them into quarters or maybe a little smaller like this, and then these pieces, like you can feel the texture better later on, and they will lose a little bit of their potency and give it into the curry, so it's very nice. I hated onions until like a year ago, and now I freaking love them and I want them in everything.
So our oil of choice is coconut oil. Let that melt. Just drop these in fast. Want that to cook a little more? That might.
Immediately smells so nicely. like garlic.
My friend in college, her mom said a cheat if you're ever cooking for a date, just saute some onions and instantly the whole room smells nice.
This is what usually happens. She peels on top of the trash. She just did the normal one for the camera, and as soon as I went away, she hopped onto the trash here.
I feel rushed because we're not used to filming when I'm cooking, and I'm like, well, I need to do this ASAP.
Beautiful. That's how you cook.
And we take our massive bag. They recommend, what is it, like
50 grams per 400 milliliters, aka 1 can of milk.
so about this. This is what I go with. And
We do a little more than recommended. It just makes it taste stronger,
Thicker.
more flavorful,
And
thicker, and
spicier.
spicy.
And then we just kind of smush it in. So after this is all absorbed, like with the coconut milk, I'll throw in the sweet potatoes, and the peppers will go in about 10 minutes before you want to finish it. And since the broccoli's already finished, those go in at the very end, like 1 minute before you want to serve.
Look at us, we're a professional cooking channel now.
I feel weird doing a cooking
Recipe in our cookbook
This
coming
is-
out this June.
Super technical.
Buckle up for a pro tip here. If you drain your rice, the water, the hot steam comes up and burns your hands and your freaking face. Just blow it while you drain it. That's all good. Alright, so while that stuff is simmering, a package arrived for me, and it's something I'm very excited for. We're gonna open that. It's a mattress! It's the first mattress that I ever ordered online. Let's see if I cut this, how much it expands. I need one of these unboxing knives. Every YouTuber has one of these cool knives. There you go. It's from Lidl, the discounter. It's so much thicker. Whoa. Woo. I think that is not only the first mattress I bought online, I think it's the first mattress that I bought overall in my life. I bought one once, used, like I got an apartment, I had to buy all the stuff that was in there. I don't know if that counts, but this one I picked out and I ordered. Initial impression, pretty soft compared to what I'm used to, and I'm gonna hand-me-down my old one to Deanna, so she'll be happy too. So, some people recommend to let it air out for a little bit, because sometimes there can be quite the chemical smell. It's definitely there a little bit, so I'm gonna leave it out here for a couple of hours. It's super nice today, so I hope it will be good in the evening and we can already sleep on it. Also, I'm not sure, how do I know where's the top and where's the bottom, or are they symmetrical? All of these new ones seem to have these 7 zones, and one is for the shoulders, so I don't know, where's the top? Leave that there for a second.
Hello.
How's it coming along?
Good. Like a minute or two covered and we're good to go. Does anyone else clean as they cook? I'm one of those cleaning as they cook, but some people clean afterwards. What do you do?
80% mess, 20% cleaning. Only when I have spare time, then I clean a little bit, but usually when I'm done cooking, the kitchen is a mess.
You make spare time. You make it.
There is no shortcuts in cooking. Right, looks like we're done, and since the weather is nice, we're gonna eat on the terrace.
Balcon.
The balcon.
Yeah, so this is our masterpiece. This is what we've been eating a lot of, and it makes a lot of servings. Well, maybe not like normal servings, but if you've ever been to Thailand, the servings are way smaller than our Western servings. So this would be at least like 20 Thai servings.
What I notice always with this one, it's not super green because of, especially when you use sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
But it tastes awesome.
It's the spiciest of it, and I like Thai curries a lot because it just, the coconut and the lemongrass, I really love that part.
Before this, I always bought these Uncle Ben sauces, the red curry, creamy
yeah.
curry. This is so much better. We said before, it's the Cock brand on Amazon. You can order these pots. Our favorites are the green one and the Masaman.
Not sponsored, by the way.
It's
We've
not
just been
sponsored.
in search for curry.
Maybe I'll put some affiliate links below, but
Yeah.
and you just make it with the coconut milk
Yeah,
and
it's awesome. After food, we normally either you work out before food or after food. We'll be back on the computers working, but that's boring. So today we're probably gonna do a walk.
We're gonna go into the city and see what the current situation is with the pandemic, the not really lockdown. I was just talking about it in the car. We just received news that from next week on, there's mandatory masks here too. We're gonna go in the city and check what the situation is, what it looks like.
Okay, so it took a little longer to go on our walk. We had to go on the computer for a little bit because I done pucked up the video with German phrases.
The release, we had to delete a video and re-upload it.
Yeah, thank you for those who corrected in the comments.
It was a mess and a little stressful, but that stuff happens every now and then.
But I feel like the DEANA'S is the hardest thing to learn in German. Most of the time I just skip it, I feel.
Yeah, sometimes you say something like, willst du Brötchen?
Yeah, like, and it would be...
willst du ein Brötchen? But we're gonna go out and check what the city is like at the moment, what the current pandemic status is.
It's like.
Let's go. So up until last week, everything was closed. All the small shops were closed. The only things that were open were the big supermarkets. And just this week, they opened up the small shops again. And we just went through the city center and it was nuts. People are just out and about. They're just running around the city, using everything. And it just looks like nothing ever happened. It's very odd to me.
It's so funny. Literally the Sunday before everything opened, we went to get ice cream and there's only like 3 ice cream shops in this area.
Yeah.
And there were long lines for people to get their ice cream and people don't
Never
mind
seen
waiting.
before. I think we waited for 20 minutes and it was funny. There was like a 1.5 meter gap in between.
Yeah.
And everybody was just very well behaved and waiting.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. It's the first week where they open up stuff. And before that, I kind of had the feeling, since we were not on a full lockdown and people were still allowed to go out, that this turned into some kind of vacation resort. People were still allowed to take walks and the weather was nice for the first time of the year. So people went out and just walked a lot and they were still outside.
Yeah, a ton of people riding their bikes around, full families and everything.
Which is weird. But then this week, all of a sudden the small shops open up and on Monday, bam, everything open. People are out, they're shopping and barely anybody is wearing masks or gloves.
Yeah, it's back to normal. All the shops have the clothes out. All the restaurants that were closed for the past month and a half are now open. A lot of them closed completely here.
Yeah, and I wonder if that will cause a second wave. But in the background here, maybe you see the graveyard. It's not a graveyard, it's a playground. The playground is still not up for use. There's a sign in the back and we just put the camera here and touch nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, kids should not play yet.
Another thing is they're gonna slowly start to open schools back. Like the high school, the oldest grade in our area at least, is gonna start to go back to school, and the elementary school, the highest grade.
I'm very curious how these first steps will play out. I can absolutely see that might cause a second wave or increase in cases.
But they canceled Oktoberfest and people are raging.
Damn Bavaria.
No, but I think they're taking the right precautions and slowly making steps back. They just mandated that we must wear these this coming Monday, so there's a week of freedom and then these are required.
Exactly, so this might be a weird week in between.
Yeah.
Next week, everybody who goes into a shop or public transportation has to wear masks again.
We got these masks ready to go with my little metal thing. I'm a straight ninja.
A friend of us was making these and they're pretty high quality. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
it's the best
they're awesome.
one I had.
They have the little metal thing for the nose and they're big enough for Phil's big face.
But barely. It's doing this thing to my ears. I look like an evil elf. This is gonna be so 2021.
It's the new style. The bells. The bells of a note.
Dude, let's check out why they are ringing. If there's a service or what. You think it's open?
I don't think so.
It's the big church.
I'm gonna get corona from just touching the handle. It's locked.
Nope. Church is still closed. They're just ringing to let you know they're still there.
They ring all the time, every hour.
We're watching over you. Goddess.
Maybe it's because I'm from South Carolina and it's a small town, but I'm so used to saying like hello to people when passing. And I feel like in Germany, especially here, I get it like hit or miss on whether someone's gonna respond to me. It's like 30 to 50% if someone's gonna say hello back.
Yeah.
So I noticed lately that a lot more people have been talking to me openly. I play Pokemon Go, it's the only thing I've been doing. And I'm like looking at my phone sometimes and someone stopped and asked me if I was lost and I needed directions. This is all in German.
Wasn't there another one that asked you if you attacked his gym?
Yeah, there's another guy. It was this big guy with a mask and his cute little small dog, and he was like, in German, "Are you playing Pokemon Go? Are you attacking my gym? What color are you?" And I was like, "Ich bin blau." So it was pretty funny. So my point was just a lot more people are communicating and talking more than normal, at least. That's what I've noticed.
Do you think the pandemic made the Germans friendlier?
No, I think people are just wanting to talk to people.
Yeah, maybe they're missing socializing. So another interesting thing here in the city is at the edge of the town here, basically, there's a circus. It's kind of stranded for the last couple of months because they were supposed to come here and just perform for a week or so and then move on. But since all that crap went down, they're kind of stranded here for a while and were not allowed to move on further. And I guess they're just living there in their trailers, and there are some circus tents in the background. They have a couple of animals, dogs and I don't know, horses running around. But yeah, that's the thing. And I think locals bring them stuff because they're not really making any money at the moment. So they're being helped by people with food and stuff. Yeah, that's just a thing that's happened here. So as I was just talking, a guy came up to me and talked to me, and they've been here for over 2 months. Despite all the shops opening again, they are not allowed to move on anytime soon because he said they're considered a gathering of people, since they are, I don't know, probably 50 people, and they just ask for a donation for food for like the animals and stuff like that.
We're back from the city now, and hopefully you had a nice overview of what's kind of going on.
And here's our little surprise. We got a package from St. Petersburg, Russia. Nikolai Suvorov. That's
Cool.
the name. And I think Rust Treat, it's Russian candy. I think I have an idea. So we're gonna open that here. I need one of these YouTuber knives. This one is like no good.
I need the knife for the sides.
I don't need the knife for the sides. Rust Treat, a Russian candy.
Made in Russia. Dude, there's
Yeah.
a ton.
So it's a big selection of Russian treats. We might eat that in a future video. But yeah, again, big thanks to Nikolai Suvorov from the
Thank you.
Rust Treat company from St. Petersburg.
Yeah. Not sponsored, they just sent us a free candy thing.
Exactly. They just saw our candy videos. They wanted to try us out. If you want to send us something, send us an email. It's a little hard in Germany to set up a PO box.
Yeah.
But it's possible. If you have something you want to send us an email and we might reply. I asked at the local post office about a PO box and they seem not to do that in Germany. If you know how to deal with that, let us know. All right.
Well, thank you for sending this. I want to eat them now, but maybe we'll eat them in a later video.
In the future. Thanks. And this is finally one of my favorite parts of the day.
Back where we started.
Back where we started, we're sitting in bed and we usually watch something on TV. Just yesterday we finished Chernobyl, the HBO series. It's awesome. I would highly recommend you to watch that. And we might start another Survivor season today.
Survivor.
So I hope you got a little bit of an overview of what the situation is for us at the moment. This was a very vloggy day. I hope you like this style of video. If you do, let us know in the comments below if you want to see more like this. We showed a lot today. This is our more or less interesting daily life at the moment.
Not that interesting, but I hope you're entertained. Also, just want to say, my glasses are not fake. I can't see far away when you're reading the subtitles. That's fake news. You got fake glasses. Your glasses aren't real.
My glasses are, yeah, they're fake. But isn't that weird? She wears them never. Every time I see her, I feel like, who's that person?
Just
I don't
when
know
I
who
drive
that person is.
and when I have to read subtitles or far things.
And in the movie theaters in Thailand, I saw the first
the
time.
movie theaters. I need them. this is it.
Yeah, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Leave us a comment, support our channel, check out Patreon, patreon.com/DeannaandPhil, and we're gonna end it here. We're gonna watch some TV over there. I'm gonna get rid of that light, and then we're gonna go to bed.
Yes. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.